Hi, I'm Ben Farquhar, team rider for Small School Skateboards. Today I'm going to show you how to 50-50 double finger flip. This trick, 50-50 double finger flips. It's kind of more intimidating than it looks. It's kind of simple once you get the hang of it. Basically, first you're going to want to know 50-50 stands. Start off in tail, hook your foot under, then grab it with your top hand. Once you know 50-50 flips, you're going to want to start off in tail, but already have your hand on the nose of the board. Then, as you're in tail stop, you want to lift up. Then what a lot of people like to do, the problem I had with this trick at first, was I wanted to spin it and throw it back down. You don't want to throw back down. You want to let gravity take the board back. So give it a gentle push back in the direction you want, and spin with your hand like this. So just gentle push, and then gravity will bring it back. If you try and throw the board down, the board won't have time to flip and it'll just fall. It'll be like, so make sure when you're doing it, you just want to let the board spin and let gravity take its course down, just with a gentle push towards the way you want it, not too hard. First thing you need to know if you want to do this trick is 50-50 stands. Pretty basic freestyle trick. Some people call them truck stands. Basically, two ways to do them. You can start off like this, with your foot kind of touching the bottom truck, and your hand on the nose. Then you pull up with your hand while keeping your foot against the truck, and then when you get 90 degrees vertical, you switch hands. Like that. Now, some people think this way is a little bit harder, but once you get the hang of it, it's really simple. This way, you just forget about your hand pulling the board up, and you let your foot do all the work, and you just kind of kick the board into your other hand. Like that. Little bit more difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's super simple. Once you learn 50-50 stands, get a little creative with what you're doing. And if you want to do the double finger flip out of 50-50 stand, tail stop, like you're going to do normal 50-50, and instead of grabbing the board like this, you want to spin your hand backwards and grab the board like this. Then, same principle as the 50-50 stand, keep your foot tucked near the truck and pull up. That way, when you're like this, you'll be in the best position to flip it back. You gotta be careful. You don't want, when you're up here and you're about to flip it, it's just a little push back and the spinning of your wrist. Quick spin and it will complete the revolutions. You don't wanna throw it back, because then you're forcing the board to the ground and it's not going to have enough time to complete the flip. Let me show you what happens when you force the board towards the ground. Just goes out of control. It's much better once you get to the top, spin your wrist, start the flip, but only give it a slight push to the direction you want it to fall. Gravity will do its work and the board will land. Like I said, you don't want to throw the board down. You just want to give it a little push, spin your wrist, let gravity do the work. The board will spin itself, and then, you might end up doing it first, you'll get 1.5 flips, 2.5. As you practice the trick, you'll find the sweet spot to get the double going. Just make sure when you do it, just let it spin at the top, slight push, let gravity take it down.